Okay, so not making a joke. I just might joke in between because it just helps talking a little bit more to make a fucking joke in the middle of something. But other than that, I mean, like, no offense. Okay, so really, when this isn't an apology, this is just me saying it. Like, my friend never had self esteem. He was always stiff and sore. He literally has arthritis in his knees, and you can see it. Yeah, I can, because I know what it is. And I've always worked carpentry and at the highest masters. And that makes a lot of money that I use. And I've I've been an accurate scientist so far. So I make a lot of money doing that. I'm a wonderful athlete. I just broke my leg. And now I can do better, but it seems like I need more breaks in between because I'm going so fast for so long. I need a break for longer until I get more fit, and then maybe it'll be faster really long. More times in that time period compared to before. Um, but when there's nothing showing and you're stiff and sore, I fucking get it. I don't want to go to work a lot either, and I take an IV to go to work, and it wears off, and everything's just so hard to manage. Like, looking at their fucking faces, not pointing at them, and like, you gotta be suffering so fucking bad that face injury. And stuff like that, right? Like, you don't want to be like that with somebody with a face injury. That's their fucking face. You're looking at it and you think it looks that different that you would point out. You point it out really nicely, but it would be exhausting for a face injury, the science of it all. You have to shut your mouth a lot. And it's grieving that causes that. And sights to see that you never wanted to see out of love cause that like feverish feeling, stiffness and soreness. It's the lightest thing of fibromyalgia, and it's the one that gets better. If you just give yourself a flying fucking chance, that the harder you work, the better you'll feel, because you'll be pumping your heart with more blood and all that cleaner blood too. No, I get it, Canada. Those were jokes. I was joking. Yes, I hate Canada. It's a joke. And um I know how my brother gets when he's sick and tired and he wants to feel like he could have defended himself. I can't even fend for myself, and it's not because I have lots of siblings. I would have had to help. Well, I do have to help Kayla and Aiden because their mom is unfit, if you remember, Serena, and their dad died. So I have to help them too, because it's just how I'm rolling with the losses here. Like, maybe somebody will find me, help me, and save me if something goes majorly wrong. But my friends and I, like, this is momentary for me. Oh, I can't make love. Yeah, your penis looks like a penis size, sir, but I just can't right now. I may never ever again, and I feel if I'm pressured, it's only going to make things worse. And I always have made little lame jokes, flirting with a lot of my friends, like Drew. Drew never wants to have sex. He never felt substantial in the mind. He always felt so loopy and funny that it would be hurtful and like a downer to a boner. I'm like, well, maybe, yeah. Like, I guess if that's how you feel, it's obviously how it's gonna work out because you're gonna gravitate towards what you know until you can break that and feel sexy in the mirror. Like, I don't feel sexy in the mirror. It's not like I feel like my vagina sits like extremely different than I ever remember, but it's normal. They put it back the way it was supposed to go. But I guess when my hip actually finishes growing, it might move. Maybe that's what I'm noticing, is that it needs to move. I don't know. I don't ever look at it. I don't like it. I used to love it. Yeah, and I know it sucks to have a picture of my baby daddy on there and he's passed away and it's kind of creepy and weird and also you see believe it wasn't true. I'm just being a fucking creepy monster. I'm not. Just counting the ticking time as the nicks go by. So me and Aaron are not dating, but Joey's like, Joey's comment to my joke was, Aaron doesn't always get a cutesy, lol. Like, yeah, no, he snagged an adorable one that with the fishing rod. It's like, this is really like whatever. Like, when does anyone realize it's rock bottom to be a bitch? And every day we face the conundrums. There's a giant circle of mistakes to make to end up in prison, threatening everybody because they aren't geniuses. Yeah, but threatening like big and threatening. That's really adorable. It's so intellectual. It's like, oh, ah. My hair seemingly is like not fucking growing. My brother, I don't know, he used to have really low times because he couldn't even afford the hydro and he had lived in an apartment. And one time he got robbed. When he was in it and he had a big fucking, like, orc sword. Big hook orc swords. Like in World of Warcraft shit. Yeah. He was shaken out for a long time and not that long, but in sister years where he could completely clobber the fucking shit out of me till I was like permanently done. I guess it's pretty bad. Pretty intimidating. I like all these symbols and stuff that I found. I don't know how I didn't find it before. So I'm texting him. So I said, I wonder if I'll ever feel sexual again. I wonder who and whom I am. I really did lose my mind a bit. No joke. No, my friends just never could. A lot of them, they are the ones that I gravitate towards. Some of them just want to be virgins. And I found out why. Like, for Drew, he just hated his personality. But he liked it, as long as you liked it and you were touching him. For Mark, it was, he didn't understand that he had sexy eyes. He never could see it. He never had a proper mirror, so he fucking gave up. Proper mirrors are like $3,000. Like the complexion mirror at Costco. Oh yeah, I know I'm really black. And I know that I'm adorable. I know that this hair needs to grow. Just looking at it. Just looking. Yeah, it's hard, but you do. You have really big, awesome eyes. They're really ecstatic. Matthew Hennessy and Ryan Bjorkson look very similar. Matthew Hennessy, we'd actually have like really smart babies, I'd say. If it ever happened, I'd leave it at that for now. He's sexual and he's like looking at me a little bit, asking me some questions and stuff. Blew it over my shoulder, like kind of next time I'll check. Because I was grieving really bad. It like hadn't even sunk in yet, and the baby was born. I was pretty damn pregnant actually when he asked me out. Showed me a picture of his wang, and he's a Mountie, Matt Hennessy. I was like, sweet, because somebody's got to come find me. I don't trust people anymore ever since little Sarah Ann or something got like a mauled by her friends. And they hurt her so bad that she's like, it's emotional pain. You must be hurt somewhere. So I called the police. But yeah. Some people can't even call 911 in Canada because they just have refused to ever give a shit. And they've done bad things. But that's beside the point. And Ryan Bjorkson is a totally friend type. I don't know his whole story, but he's pretty damn short. Probably that's so fucking short. Like how short? Like 4'3". I asked him that anyway. All the fights at the gym are like really friggin' bad too. That's why I don't want to party, because you know how shit links. Like, what are you doing at a gym? Because like they're all talking. It was so coincidental, like situationally perfect to be a fucking major bitch. I'm like, just doing what I can. Oh, you're just doing what you can? I was like, yeah. She's like, how do you break things like that? I was like, could have been mountain biking, totally was in armed forces. She's like, oh. And I stand up. She's like, oh, I get it. Yeah. You can't even ride a bike anymore. I was like, well, at least you're really smart and peppy, you know. Rash comments kind of fucking hurt. Because I can't do anything like I used to either. I've become like a octopus about things. Like, it's just like, I don't know what to do because I kind of lost my mind. Like, if you're screaming at me, I'm not going to know what to say. And if you come at me, I'm just going to do the fucking thing about it all. Because I don't have time for, like, apologies. Because there's enough that I already see to be good enough to have an apology. And I can give forgiveness. I'm sick of the fucking temperature and the hair in my eyes and stuff. To brush my hair, right? Does that just break it off? And then if anyone fucking cares to consolidate, it would be fun to cut Coral's hair, but I wish it would just grow. Just like not young anymore. And like going into still look cute, I know, with her hair, but long hair is just so. This is a cute cut, it just grew out too long. Probably too greasy. When you wait for your boyfriend when they're in the Navy and you're not, it's like you're riding on a fucking ship. And if you're not careful, your imagination can take hold. You could be having like imaginary sex with them because you're scared to lose them. You just want to feel them, touch them, bring them close, have them in, suck them in, keep them in. I remember that, and then he came back and announced that he was like probably not gonna make it for life. And I was like, and then that's when I eventually cussed him out on the internet. So he was a rapist because he's an old man. It was kind of a joke, but it was kind of like way too aggressive for me. It's not how it should be. Now I can't cut the bullshit. I don't want to explain how that happens, but I will, I guess. It was our trip, and then he went on a military trip for a dryness test. And then he went on a Navy for the official cancer test, and it popped up everywhere, I guess. It really sucked. I don't think he would have made it through all the grieving with my family and stuff, though, you know. Yeah, I did. I don't know why I said that either. Like, I wouldn't have pressured a baby. I wouldn't have had the baby if there was, like, somebody. Like, if I was so willing to have babies. I know he really, like, nurtured the shit out of that idea. And it works because, you know, he kind of, like, built my mind back up after he passed away, the memory of him speaking to me. He was a good boy. Like, I think I need something that isn't just anarchist and punk. My friends aren't just anarchists and just punk either. It just doesn't work between us. Like with Joey, I'm always so anxious or something. Apprehensive. Like taking it back and just putting it there and then holding it there and like, don't break it in. Because he doesn't eat properly. I don't think he can afford to. And he actually doesn't do meth or anything, even though people spread that rumor. So that's really sweet. We proved it finally. Like, we proved it. And it was hard on him that I scared the hospital. He's a fucking nurse there. But we caught him. He got his lawyer. And I had to do my whatever of it. Report. He swore there's gangsters out to kill him. I'm sure there was. That's what I said. Oh, sure. Oh, fuck yeah. I wouldn't do that. I know that I'm starting to not want to move home. I think that's when I'm starting to get fucking kicked out. Mm. Mm. I just want to do whale noise. Because I was annoyed by my son's face. Oh. I just want to be anorexic-ish. I just do. And then midday comes and I know I could defeat it, but I don't know if I should. It might help. I don't know. I just hate looking at what I'm looking at. Maybe because it's not worked out, so I'll just try to go to the gym and be happier. They can call me cheap girl at the gym. Practical and Macable. I'm a writer, for real. You get me studying and learning something or refreshing something, and I start to write. I wrote all my life and I kind of stopped recently. And I think it's because, like, I have to think about things that are on a different aptitude. So, like, instead of, like, I'm always worried and wondering about Aaron and what he's actually going through and, like why it doesn't matter that he's going through shit. You know, somebody makes him worry all the time, I think. Because then it makes me worry. And Joey's being a bit of a spaz in the past. And, like, I've grown my IQ so much more. For real, it wasn't IQ at first. Somebody had to prove it. Historian, a theologist. And they've been proving it. It's put in my head in a different zone. And, like, hopefully I stop talking all the time and quiet it down. I used to be quiet. I wouldn't see why I wouldn't come back. It's like a phase. Well, I think I'm gonna try to go to bed again, but who fucking knows? Split the movie and the series, I suppose. See you later.